Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Lyrics. Today we're going behind the song and behind the lyrics of my song, Wrong Things. So this song was heavily influenced by Sam Smith. I wrote it right after seeing him in concert and he released his album and I was consuming his album like crazy. Like his album is so good. And it heavily influenced. I wanted to write it originally just started with piano and vocals and I was like, I kind of wanted to just leave it like that. You know, Sam Smith's able to do that. And it just sounds amazing and I wanted to try to do something like that. But I ended up building it up, obviously, a lot more than that. His lyrics are so heartfelt, so meaningful, but also sometimes so simple. And, you know, I wanted to try to write something as true as he writes. I put the wrong things first, and now I try to make this right. I waste way too many nights bitter at you. So it's just like, this is a very slice of life, a section of life, a section of a time period kind of song, explaining the emotions and the sentiment of that time period and that time frame of life. It's just all about priorities. It's all about priorities and what you place as important things and what you place as not important things. And sometimes priorities can get mixed up and that can hurt a relationship. And that's what this is saying. You know, I put the wrong things first. And when you put the wrong things first, now you have to like kind of backstep and like apologize and, you know, try to change your ways. Sometimes when your priorities don't match with the other person's priorities, no matter who's right or wrong, you end up just angry at the person. You end up bitter. You end up frustrated and resentful. I got advice from friends, faking smiles as we'd pretend that this was how we thought that things should go, better or worse. Just like we knew we wanted to be married. I wrote this after we were engaged, you know, so better or worse, if we were planning on getting married, and when you're married, you're together no matter what. So we thought that we didn't know that our priorities were messed up, like we were trying to figure things out. We used to be different, this used to be fun. I cherish the memories from when we begun. I look in the mirror, I don't feel the same. We used to be different and I take the blame. So this is very similar to the first chorus, slightly different lyrics. And I liked how a lot of singers, and even Sam Smith would do this, he'd use a different chorus or a slightly different chorus lyrics every time. The same melody, just kind of different lyrics. And this is just saying that, you know, like when we first started dating, everything was so happy. What happened? And secondly, I'll take the blame. I'm going to say that it was my fault that things got messed up. With patience on your side, you wait for me to get it right. I'm doing all I can, let's start it over. So this is saying like that I messed up. This is me admitting I'm sorry. I messed up. I put the wrong things first. I valued things that weren't as important when I thought that they were. Thank you for being patient and waiting for me to figure it out. But let's try to start it over. So now in the second part of, I guess it's really like the fourth verse, or the fourth chorus or the third chorus. It repeats the first chorus and then it goes into a same melody but different lyrics. You know that I struggle with living extreme. So how is this different? I'm acting insane. I know that I hurt you and I caused you pain, but please know I love you and that never changed. So I have the tendencies, and I think a lot of creatives do, we live in very extremes. We go either really far to this side or really far to that side. Emotionally or just in general, I tend to be very extreme. Like, no, I'm not gonna do this so I don't do any of it. Or yes, I'm gonna do it so I can do it full on. I'm learning to live in the balance of both of those two. When I do that, sometimes I act insane because I'm so far to one side that it's insane. It's insanity. And I know that I can hurt people when I do that. I was saying in this that I know that I hurt you and I'm sorry, but it was never my intention. It doesn't make it right, but it was never my intention. But just also know that I love you and that never changed no matter what. Oh, I'm sorry, love. I'm sorry, love. I'm sorry. So it was like a whole choir of takes in that part, like 50 vocals. It was crazy or something like that. That's just saying like throughout the whole song, like it's all about I'm sorry. I messed up. I hope you can forgive me, and I hope we can move forward, which we did, and move on into the next stage of our relationship.